lot later than I usually go live. I just woke up, uh, and not falling back to sleep. I'm like on a fucking. I'm so full of energy right now, and I don't know why. So I figured I would hit the live button and start going. I don't even really know what I'm going to talk about right now. I was looking through. I was scrolling through like. What I got to start doing is, I got to start scrolling through Twitter a little bit more and getting an idea of what's going on in the world, what's trending, and like because I never have any idea what I'm going to do when I start these. I kind of just like hit the live button and go. But I guess what I'll start with. Gee, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. Tiger's my favorite. They. What is? Why do people keep coming in here and saying that? I keep getting people popping in here and just saying they. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what we're doing here. Maybe it's something going on around fucking uh, YouTube right now. But multiple people have done it to me, and I have no idea. They'll just come in here and go they. Not sure what that means. I don't know. I heard something interesting recently. They were talking about. I don't know. I'm just trying to fucking make conversation here while I wait. Yeah. No, I don't know. I like. I gotta start preparing better for these lives. I don't ever fucking prepare, and kind of makes my opening monologue suck ass. Let's think. I heard them talk like. There's a lot of like alien talk right now. The Nancy Guthrie stuff. I mean, there's so many. There's a million fucking things going on in this world, and I can't think of anything to talk about. You know. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking baffled right now. I'm kind of just like I went live and didn't really have a plan. So let's think. Let's think. Let's think. What do we got? We could talk Olympics, but like, I've been watching the Olympics for like 2 weeks now, obviously, or whatever, however long it's been going on. And I don't know, man. I hope you're having a better week than me. What's going on, Tyga? Um, I've been watching the Olympics now, and every time I put them on, it just to me there used to be like, and I feel like it's like a lot of things. Maybe it's just that I'm getting old and you know a little cynical about a lot of things, but I just feel like the Olympics don't have the same like level of you know just like there's not the same level of I don't know. It's not like attracting me anymore. I'm not like watching the Olympics and I'm like, hey, I gotta see this. I gotta see, like, I don't know what it is, man. Like, maybe it's that they're not hyping it up enough. I have no idea. Just life sucks ass. Ah, Tyga, I'm sorry to hear that. Listen, everybody goes through their ups and downs. What I'll tell you is every single day, you know, we all go through it. We all have our bad days. We all have our good days. It always gets better. I can tell you from experience, I've had some really bad days. I've had some really good ones. You know, it might suck now, but things always get better. Always. Whatever's going on, I know I can't imagine what you're going through. It's gonna get better. Um, guess where that hat really belongs? I have no idea, Dookie McDuke. Um, but yeah, it's just I can't like watch the Olymp. I don't know what it is. Like I watch Olympic hockey. I watch like I used to be able to like I'd put on curling. I could watch anything, and I don't know. I just feel like for some reason this year NBC is not doing a good job of advertising. It seems like I don't even know what times anything is. Like no, I just feel like the Olympics aren't like as big as they once were. It's weird. I don't know. I don't like it. The serious talk while wearing the most unserious hat is a crazy dynamic. Well, the goat, it's here to fuck you guys up. Thing is, like, you guys can ask me whatever you want. It's kind of like an AMA situation. I'm just trying to do an opening monologue here. I'm really just trying to, give you guys a reason to be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But I think the hat really does that. New York City, Long Island, squirrel. Labine, what's going on? Um, you like all the New York teams? I do, for the most part. Well, yeah, I do. Islanders, Jets, Mets, Knicks, St. John's, the Red Storm. Yes, I'm a big time New York sports guy. Um, Honestly, I just wear the hat because it gets people to stop. Like, I know I'm not entertaining enough to get people to be like, hey, like, what the hell is this guy like talking about? So I wear a big hat so people are like, sounds more like just plain whining. I mean, I'm just saying that. I don't understand what's going on with the Olympics. Nets greater than Knicks. You don't even believe that, dude. Come on. Like, people don't even know the Nets are here anymore. That shit looks stupid as fuck. Thanks, man. Listen, just because you can't pull it off doesn't mean like you got to get angry at me for it. I get it. Not everybody has the fashionability. Not everybody has the talent to wear something like this, pull it off so well. Like, I get it, man. It is what it is. Like, I'm sorry. I can't help you there. Boycott the Olympics. Why would we boycott the Olympics? If you had to be a worm, what type of worm would you be? I'm thinking tapeworm. How are you pulling that shit off? Wait, what? How are you pulling it off? That shit look ridiculous. I think I look pretty damn good in it. You're still here. You've decided to come here, wax doubt, and sit here and have a conversation with me. So one way or another, like, I'm pulling it off because I got you to stop here. I got you to pump my watch hours a little bit. I got you to have a conversation with me. I'm pulling it off. It's not just talent, it's you. What do you mean it's not just talent? I don't think I have much talent. Regardless, that shit looks stupid. Hey, listen, man, one way or another, to each their own. Like, just because, you couldn't pull this shit off, you couldn't put this hat on and look as good as I do in it, not my problem. Anyway, it's fucking late as shit, dude. Like, I just woke up. Like, I woke up with so much energy. Better than a MAGA hat. Listen, I don't understand why anyone would wear one of those, and not because it's a political thing. I just think, like, like, I don't like politics. I'm not on either side. I don't dislike Republicans. I dislike everybody, but I don't understand why anybody would wear a hat like that. It's just, you're just asking for trouble at this point. Like, I don't think I eat both sides. Democrats, Republicans are both fucking morons. But wearing something like that, you're just asking for trouble. Earlier you said you got talent. It's not talent that pulls it off because it's you. I said I got talent. I said I don't have talent. How do you feel about Canada poking the curling stone? I have no idea what that was all about. Apparently it was cheating. Then people are saying it wasn't cheating. I get 5 different stories about that, Crabwool. I have no idea. Was it cheating? Was it not cheating? If it was cheating, then that's ridiculous. But apparently in the rules, you're allowed to do that. I don't know. Earlier you said you got talent. It's not talent that pulls it off because it's you. I don't know what you mean by that, though. What are your pronouns? What the hell? What the fuck is sucking? What kind of question is that? But, yeah, listen, man. I don't know what was going on with the curling shit because it was one of those things where people were arguing all over social media. His pronouns are alive. No, the pronoun I don't do like. I don't know, like, pronoun things. Like, it's just another fucking excuse for people to get offended, man. Like, I don't know. Holy orange hat, man! It's even gayer than the green one. That's pretty fucking crazy, Morts. Because I didn't think I could get any gayer than the green one, but we're all here. What hormones and dosage are you taking? Hormones and dosage? Nothing. Zero. Nothing. I actually look like I lost weight. I look a lot better on camera than I have in a while. Sports that require all that experience equipment sucks ass. What experience equipment? What do you mean by experience equipment? Or you said experience, comma, equipment. I mean, I don't know. Not all of us are athletes, man. Euler, what's up? How the fuck are we? Oh, expensive equipment. Okay, yeah. I thought you said experience equipment. I was gonna say, like, what do you mean? God, you're right. Anything that requires that much equipment, you're totally right. I thought you were saying experience. I'm like, I feel like all sports require experience. I was like, what are we? Yeah, you got me. No. I should have figured that out. That's something I should have put together. But you're right, 100%. Like, crazy expensive equipment like that. Like, go play basketball. That's why I played basketball growing up. Well, I played baseball too. That was pretty damn expensive. I should get that hat for my nephew. It's a great hat. It's a great gift. Why your hat so small? Dude, I ask myself that question every day. Here I am. And that's just the fucking way it goes, man. Not all of us can wear the big hat, including me. I've been trying to find a hat that's bigger. Like, I was hoping to, like, do a thing where I could wear, like, one time I'll wear, like, a fucking one of those Burt Reynolds hat. Big hat, no dome. What damn, bro. It's fucked up. But what were we talking about? Expensive equipment, hats. Oiler just popped up. Somebody asked me what my hormones were. Jesus Christ. Join the UFC, man. You'll get lots of money. You think I would join the UFC? I would get my ass kicked, Manuel. Like, look, I'm not very talented at a lot of things. Fighting is probably the worst thing. I would get my fucking the shit kicked out of me. There's like almost no athlete I respect more than UFC fighters, because the fact that they have to go into that ring and like they're basically fighting the most like well-trained fucking human wrecking machines on the planet. You got to be a crazy person to go into a UFC ring. They should give you a refund because it's small. I agree, man. I think I got ripped off. This is just ridiculous. You order a big hat and it's just not big enough. Tiny head. Yes, a little bit of a tiny head. Tiny brain, tiny head. You know how it is. 4 fucking 33. I'm actually not a ginger. This is blonde, but I think when I grow out my beard, I think it's because of my skin that it kind of makes it look like it's red, but it's not. Tips on becoming a YouTuber. Tips on becoming a YouTuber is a great question, Vic, because I wouldn't even consider myself one, not even close yet. I would say, post your stuff, Vic. Like even if people don't look at it, don't see it, whatever you're interested in, whatever you plan on doing as your content, just post it. Make shorts, just do it. Go for it. I would suggest like whatever you plan on doing, go for it and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of failure. It takes a while to grow. Like I have like 1,900 subscribers, which is not really a lot, but it took a while for me to get here. Just post your stuff, man. Do what you got to do. And go full bore with it. Don't worry about early success. Like, it's going to take time to grow. Like be okay with things not working out right away. Send me that hat. You should just buy one, man. I once sold Gretzky a can of nacho cheese in 1993. Leonard, that's pretty fucking cool. Where were you that you were selling him nacho cheese? Risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, you got to go for it, Vic. You got to fucking just do it. And it's going to take a while. There's going to be days where you're like, damn, this sucks. There's days now. Like I do it all the time where I'm like, man, I'm wasting my fucking time going on YouTube and doing this shit. Like I got a job. I do all this stuff. Like I got a life outside of this, but so there's days where I'm like, fuck, this is a waste of time. W hat, thanks, Skyrim to GOAT. Social media goal for 2026. Mine, or are you saying that's yours? My personal goal for 2026 is to, start making some sort of money off this stuff. Like I have this channel and I have another channel that I post all sorts of videos to. Like my goal is to at least gain some traction where like I could start considering this as some sort of money making proposition. I think it's going to take a while, but I'd like to go into the route of being some sort of streamer, content creator. That would be great. Oil up and torque on stream. You're on the wrong fucking website here, Daryl. I was at the Playboy Mansion with some dude named Hugh. Some dude named Hugh, huh? Wow. That's pretty fucking cool. Do you think if someone is 5'7" and the opponent is 5'11", do you think the short person can beat up the taller person? Yeah. Listen. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Listen, I'm 6'1", I'm 6'1.5". There's definitely some people that are 5'8" that could beat the fuck out of me. Be funny like Flight. You don't have to be gay, but it probably helps. You guys are fucking nuts, man. What's the most fuckable Pokemon? What? I don't even know where to begin with that. That's a crazy question. Can you beat me into a coma as I come? Dude, what? On the real, love your attitude. Wish you the best, man. Appreciate it, Leonard. I mean, that's what it's all about, dude. Like, we're all fighting. We're all trying to, like, this is a dream of mine. I'm chasing my dreams. Like, I'm here. Even though, like, I get chat, I stream live. I get these chats. Somebody just asked me who's the most fuckable Pokemon. I love this shit, man. You guys, like, this shit keeps me alive and keeps me going. One time I came in my sister's chapstick. Like, what is going on here? For fuck's sake, man. We're having a nice, wholesome conversation, then people are coming in here asking me what Pokemon I would fuck. Like, what do you call them? Jeez. Um, Answer the question. No, no, I'm not. I don't have an answer. That's the thing. You know your answer? Well, no, I don't know my answer. I mean, what do you mean? I know my answer. I like. I have not once watched Pokemon. Like, I've never once watched like any. I've never played a game where I'm like, damn, this Pokemon used this. Like, that was hot. Like, what are we talking about here? It's crazy, man. Oh, let's see. You ever fart in a bathtub and like, holy shit, I'm in a jacuzzi? I think we've all done that before. Squirtle. I mean, Squirtle's probably got the most like porn name out of all the Pokemon. Like Blastoise, like those water Pokemons have like probably the most like porn star name out of all the Pokemon. Do a backflip, doctor, not a doctor. I know I look like a supreme athlete, but I cannot do any sort of fucking flips, any sort of, I cannot do a backflip. If I could, I would show you guys, but I cannot. Correct answer is Lopunny. I don't even know who that is. It's been a while for me since the Pokemon days. I loved like the old Pokemon games on Game Boy though. Donald Trump molested my sister. I don't know, man. It's been a while since I played any of the Pokemon games. I wasn't a big like Pokemon Go guy either. Your hat will make you say your hat will make you your hat will make you it says so on TikTok. Does it really? I'm gonna take a Pikachu and Blastoise all over my face. Jeez, you guys are nuts, man. What are we doing here? I'm gonna lean back a little bit. Why you block me on Grindr is crazy, dude. The fuck, man. I love like honestly, I'm a big fan of how chat like always tries to make me gay, and it's pretty funny, man. Like Will Ferrell's best movie is a good question. I'd have to say Step Brothers. I think Step Brothers is definitely his best movie. But Chad's got this like fun thing where they always try to make you like the people come in here all the time. They're like, "You're my favorite LGBTQ streamer." I'm like, "Oh wow, all right, man. Like, come on. I'm just trying to get a handy coming out stream. Nope, there's no coming out stream here. I'm not gay. Respect the gay community, but like, I find chat to be the funniest thing ever, man. Like, really, you guys like keep me fucking young. I like." This is great. The hat is stupid. Hey, he's back. What's up, waxed out? My man. Listen, again, just because you can't pull something like this off, always try and make me gay is literally the first sentence I've heard you say. Wow, Cosmic King. You came in at a great time. No, I'm just saying how like people are always like, hey man, like I saw you on Grinder and like you're my favorite LGBTQ streamer, and it's like pretty funny shit. Like I find that shit hilarious. Like I think the trolls are phenomenal. I think it's working. That yeah, I think it is too. It's working pretty well. Handy, who's looking what? You're an inspiration to all, dude. That's what I'm talking about, bro. How are you pulling it off? I don't see it. I mean, open your eyes, buddy. What's your husband's name? See, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. The rainbow. Oh God. I might have been talking too much, and I got the entire gay community here. Um, it's Flight Day. John Smithy, what's up, man? Be cool if your hat was a toilet too. I don't know how would that be cool and how would that work? You not pulling nothing off. You really look ridiculous. I mean, your fucking grammar is hilarious, man. That's the kind of like second rate society I get here sometimes is like people like waxed out that are, as dumb as they come, whose grammar is so bad. Like I'd imagine you're either like 13 years old or, you stopped going to school when you were around 13. I don't know, man. Did you stream? What the hell is going on here? Are you into gay bears? Oh my god, what? What is happening here? Dude, tell us the truth about the UFOs. That's all you've been doing since you quit the band. First of all, what band are we talking about? Second of all, did you guys hear like Obama was talking about like Obama kind of slipped up when somebody asked him about aliens and like he backtracked that whole thing? I think the aliens are real. Yeah, gotta say some dumb shit because the hat looks stupid as fuck. You said, yeah, like, you're not making any sense, man. Handle full pipe or half pipe. Come on. Average Jinxie chat. Listen, this is it, man. If you can't stream and you can't handle a chat like this, you shouldn't be fucking streaming here. I love it, man. Is the hat comfortable or is it Yeah, it's got a lining on the inside. Shout out LG Beak. God, please get this gerbil out of my urethra. What the fuck, dude? Oh man, you guys, like, this is the kind of shit, like, you guys make me laugh. You do. You absolutely do. Race and IQ question. Which parent's genes does it what? Does it say the strongest influence on the IQ of offspring? Also, which race on average? I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. But Cool Whip sent a high five. Cool Whip, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Means a lot. Thank you. I don't even know how to dissect that question. Let alone I don't even really want to. Um, Cool Whip, thank you. Fucking a high five. High five you right back. Much appreciated. Dude, that's the thing. I've always said, like, with YouTube, ever since I started streaming here, at first I took this shit way too serious. Where, like, trolls would come in here and I'd be like, "We're not doing this. Like, I'm trying to have a conversation here." Then I realized after a while, like, it's the most fun. Like, having you guys come here, it's like, this is great, man. This is entertaining. Like, if I again, you can't handle the fucking trolls. You can't handle people coming in here asking, like, what what your husband's name is, and like how long have you and your boyfriend been dating. Like, you shouldn't be streaming. Like, so I appreciate you guys, even if you come in here and you're trying to, oh shit, I didn't realize chat was moving. Guys, I missed so many chats because my chat stopped moving. I apologize. But Cool Whip, thank you. Could I pay for your special service? Oh, come on. What's your opinion on the Epstein files? They ate children. I mean, I think we need more answers in the Epstein files, and I don't know if we're going to get them. I never thought we were going to get anything. I'm even shocked we got what we did. Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst, stop playing. You've heard it before. I know Limp Bizkit. I don't know what you're talking about. What's your opinion? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I missed so much stuff because my chat just stopped dead. Okay, like science question in population-based studies, which gender is more significant to IQ of the population? I don't know the answer to that, honestly. I don't know if it totally has an impact. Calvin was a kid from the funnies. What? What do you call a perverted pirate? R. Kelly. I like that. What's your opinion on COVID management, and are you a top or a bottom? What a fucking double question there. All right, hold on. My opinion on COVID management. I mean, I don't know. I think it was a time where, like, something like that, like COVID was spreading as wide as it was. I don't think we knew what to do, and I think it was just, like, I think it was one of those situations. It was very scary. I think Dr. Fauci was a complete fucking dope. Um, he was a guy who was talking about wearing a mask everywhere, and then, like, a day later he's fucking sitting at a baseball game without a mask. Like, I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of hypocriticism. I think a lot of, like, high up people, politicians, like they were claiming, like, oh, you got to go out and do this, that, and the other. I don't know. COVID was a fucking weird time. I think it changed the world completely. I think it's created a lot of terrible situations that we're in now. A lot of different things. So what's the point of the hat? Trying to call attention? I mean, it's the only thing you've been fucking talking about since you've been here. So I think it's working. He's a bottom. Democrats love being hypocrites. Listen, I think I'm big on both sides being a little bit ridiculous, Eric. I think, you got to call a spade sometimes. Like, I think it's when you get into arguments, like, especially on social media, you get into arguments with somebody who's a Democrat, like, they're never going to let you, like, your opinion is always wrong just because it's not theirs. And if you disagree with a Republican, they just block you. They don't want to have a conversation. I think, like, the problem we have nowadays is we don't have conversations. Didn't answer the question, weirdo. I did, because I told you, you're still here asking about it. Your hat's too small. Thanks, man. But politic wise, I hate politics. I hate people who are extreme one way or another. Not not like specifically. I'm not gonna be like, if you're like, hey, I'm a Democrat, I'm not gonna be like, oh, fuck you. But, like, I mean, like, the idea, like the ideas. Diddy or Epstein is crazy. How am I supposed to answer that? Peace out, Fly. Have a good day. Tiger, have a great day. Losing my voice here. Shout out to Paulie Mia Finger. So I asked, you're wearing the hat for attention. You asked, and, like, I've told you, you have asked me about the hat a million times. You won't leave the hat alone. So I think you answered your own question. Craig Posh, what's up? But yeah, it is what it is, man. W hat. Thanks, Sensei. Appreciate that. See, it gets a lot of people to stop. Like, I don't think I'm entertaining enough. Like, I don't think I got like some great fucking platform that, like, if I wasn't wearing a big hat, stop acting stupid. I asked if you're looking for attention, and I said you keep asking about it. Does the hat have a pocket for stored up semen? Yo, what the fuck, man? Yes, of course. You ever had cream on some? Wait, you ever had some cream of some young guy? No. Make a fart noise with your armpit. I can't do that. Honestly, that was one of those things. It was like that was like a special talent growing up. Like if there was a kid who could do that with their armpit, that was like they were like, "Whoa, cool, dude." Like never could do it. Shout out to Art Barfunkel. Dude, the hat is a marketing tool that works. Get over it. Yeah, it is what it is. This guy's just I don't know. Clearly probably has been in like 9 streams and nobody will give him attention. Probably went to the store and like nobody like I don't know. Probably one of those guys that like nobody ever wonders where he is because like nobody really cares. So he finds streams and tries to just like, create tension. It is what it is, man. I'll let him go. Okay, then make a fart noise with your mouth. Hold on. I got chapped lips right now. Like that. Is that good? Is that what you're looking for? My lips are a little chapped. Getting a little. Gotta get some chapstick on here. But yeah, let him go, man. It is what it is. I liked and subscribed. Appreciate you, challenge. That all I had to do was make a fart noise. I appreciate that. Are you a Mets fan? I am a Mets fan. Love the Mets. Unfortunately, it's my miserable existence, man. I'm a Jets fan, an Islander fan, Mets fan. It's miserable. John Wall or Charles Barkley? Wow. I mean, I think Charles Barkley is definitely a better all-time player. Um, you know, John Wall, the John Wall tapes, like I don't know if anybody like has a better highlight tape for somebody who is like as, you know, not like very good. Like John Wall's highlight tapes versus like what he actually was are like two completely different things, if that makes sense. Like the sarcasm is retarded. I mean, I just don't think you get it. I don't think you understand where you're at, Wax, and I think you're just somebody who again, like I can't imagine there's many people out there that are wondering where you are and wondering what you're up to, and you're probably just like acting out about it because you're mad at the world. It is what it is, man. Do you say you love no? I would never do that. Go to guillotine. Not a chance. You got something on your head. Where Charles Barkley is not as good as Charles Wolfley. Wow, I like that. Seamus Slaghorn. Yeah, Edwin Diaz is a big blow. I mean, you know what it is, monkeys, is like the Edwin Diaz thing. I think a lot of people tried to make the Edwin Diaz thing out to be a Mets issue. Edwin Diaz never wanted to be here. Like it was so obvious that he was going to the Dodgers, and that sucked. It did suck because I feel like the Mets did everything they could, and they just got smacked in the face by a guy who never really wanted to be here at this point. It is what it is. Like, am I upset still a little bit? Like, I don't know. It definitely sucks because Edwin Diaz is so good. But I don't think the Mets could have done anything differently. I think he was never going to stay. The Mets are a team you root for if you like creamy man ass. Imagine what you would do to join the Illuminati. What? I mean, Wax, I noticed that you spelled seeker wrong the first time and you thought I wouldn't notice. Hell yeah. I love when people use my picture. Errol, what's up, man? That's one of my favorite things. I have like 4 different accounts that are fake fly accounts too. Dodgers taking over baseball. You know what it is though, monkeys? Is like if the Blue Jays just did their job in the ninth inning last year, I don't think people would be as mad about like the Blue Jays were 3 outs away from winning the World Series and fell apart. Like like I don't think this would be that big of a deal. I don't think the Dodgers are really at like don't get me wrong, the Dodgers are really good. They're the best team in baseball. I don't know if they would be that dominant like they won a World Series 2 years ago. The Blue Jays win last year. I don't think we're as upset. Like I don't know if the Dodgers are absolutely going to win the World Series. It's baseball. It's a weird game. Are they most likely to? 100%. Game Boy out. That dude eats crayons. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Am I corrected myself? Right. Wow. Thanks for pointing that out. I mean, I don't know, man. You a fan of UFC? Cool Whip. I'm not really like I'm not like an avid UFC watcher, but anytime it's on the TV, I enjoy it. Like I like watching UFC. I don't go out of my way to watch it, and I don't know a lot about it. It's something I need to get more into because I respect the hell out of the sport. I think it's like I think if you're a UFC fighter, I think you're like the craziest, toughest person out there. Blue Jays had so many opportunities. Dodgers did win with pure eye. Yeah, exactly. So I hunted a deer yesterday. Hell yeah. Sorry, I meant if you like creamy man ass, you probably like the Mets. Yeah, listen, it goes hand in hand. Blue Jays had terrible base running in the World Series. A lot of different things that Blue Jays did, dude. I mean, they get 3 outs in the ninth inning. Yeah, Blue Jays legitimately choked. They did. It's brutal. Even like that play, like the play at the plate, where like they were like a half a step away from like the winning run. The Miguel Rojas, was it Miguel Rojas at second base? I think it was. That was terrible base running. That was awful. I forget who it was, but they got like a terrible secondary lead. There was a whole thing about it. You want to hit a blunt? I'm good. I guess if you have to look like a clown for views, listen, man. Again, because like you don't you can't pull something like this off. You know, you couldn't sit here and have a conversation with what is it, 7 people in here, which is not really anything to write home about. I'm not like bragging about that. Um, you're clearly somebody who I would say you're probably a skell. I don't know. Like I can't imagine you'd be somebody confident enough to do something like this. Listen, dude, I get it. Like you can act out, you can look at me and be jealous of the fact that I'm willing to sit here and do this because you wouldn't have half a ball sack to sit here and talk to a bunch of people you've never met. That's not my problem. You can keep acting out. I'm not going to block you. You can keep, you can keep saying whatever you want, but it's not going to bother me. Hi, how are you? Nasta, I'm chilling, man. The UFC cage is a modern coliseum. Exactly. Landon, it's crazy. These people go in the ring, and like I said it before, you're fighting a bunch of like super highly trained people who are as good at fighting. Like you're basically fighting a bunch of like crazy people. I don't like it's unfathomable to me that people, have the balls to go in that ring and do that. It's probably the last thing I would ever do on earth is get into the ring with a professional UFC, like a professional MMA fighter. I can't figure out if it's a huge hat or small hat. I'm going to keep you wondering. UFC blows. It created a lot of dickheads, wannabes in the world. Tommy tough tits walking around. I agree with that a little bit, Patrick. I think there's a lot of people that like watch UFC that think they're tough because they watch it. Like remember back in the day they had like the tap out stuff, like tap out gear. Like people like that like walk around like to me there's nothing worse like in terms of like there's a select group of people that like they watch UFC all the time and like think they're like experts in fighting, and that's the worst kind of person. You know what I mean? I see it all the time. I get what you're saying, but it is what it is. Hold on. I got to get me one of those hats. That's ill, dude. It's worth the investment. It's great. They make them in every NFL team. This one, the Islanders sell at their arena. Are you ignoring me? I'm not. I'm looking. Hold on. What'd you say? Why are you silent? Why am I silent? I'm talking, bro. Same thing as wearing Nike, right? I mean, people that wear like I guess so. If you think about it, like wearing Nike and then going down to your local basketball court thinking you're Michael fucking Jordan. I guess you can put it anyway. Shout out Tommy Tough Knuckles, dude. Tommy Tough Knuckles, a Long Island legend, dude. It's the same as wearing a red nose and rainbow wig. Again, waxed out. I mean, you're still here. You're still pumping my watch hours. I don't think you realize, like, I don't care. Like, I love it, man. Thank you. You're contributing to my growth. It means a lot. Thank you. You're a good boy. What the fuck? Oh man, I forgot how fucking whack YouTube chat can be at this hour, but it's a lot of fun. I'm talking to the chat, not you, so I don't care if you care. All right, man. That's great. Yamamoto was easily the best pitcher in the World Series history-wise. Ever? I don't know about that. I would have to think about that. The history of the World Series, I feel like some people like, I mean, Madison Bumgarner had a couple of crazy World Series. There's been some like wild World Series performance. I don't know if I'd say Yamamoto was the best ever. I put taking and you still pronounced it how I meant to spell it. I mean, because I'm pretty sure you're saying talking to chat. Like I'm not. Okay, whatever, man. Like, whatever. What's up, colonizer? What the fuck does that mean? The hell do you mean by that? Does the hat match the balls? What do you mean by match? Like, are we talking color? Are we talking size? Because size, no. Color, also no. Exactly. Then why you was trying to, I'm not even going to read that because that grammar is so fucking ridiculous. You got a positive attitude and good vibes. Sub earned. Appreciate that. Cool. It means a lot. Your motivational thought for this week, Vic. I say the same thing. And SGA, what's up? Um, your motivational thought this week. I have the same motivation thing every week, and I think it's play at your own pace. My big thing is like, you can't compare yourself to everybody around you. Once you start doing that, like, that's the death. Like, play at your own pace, set your own goals, set your own standards. Do not like set standards based on what other people have and what other people are doing. Do your own shit, have goals and improve on yourself week after week, like, or whatever, day after day, whatever standard you want to set. You know, comparison is the worst thing you can do. Comparing yourself to somebody else is not good for your growth. Set your own goals, play at your own pace, and if you're not where you want to be, just do things differently to get to where you want to be. It's not a fucking race. It's not a race to get to where you want to be. Cool Whip, thanks for the bronze medal. He wrote you making fun of how he's types and you didn't even read it but proved him right. That was actually funny. Yeah, exactly. Wasn't going to read it. See? Hold on. Dude, I fucking got acid reflux so bad, but not famous. I appreciate that you. I didn't even read it. And honestly, I didn't even try to do that, but now that I look back on it, that's great. Dodgers have a lot of deferred contract. And cool. Thanks for the bronze medal. Yeah, not famous. I honestly didn't even realize I did that. I did not read what he said. Dodgers have a lot of deferred contracts. They do, which I got explained. The deferred contract thing got explained to me one time, and I still don't get it. Apparently, it's just like they put all the money in like a deferred like Roth IRA style thing, and like the player ends up getting more money in like 10 years or whatever it is. But one way or another, it's like I don't think it works out well for the player at all. Like I don't think Shohei Ohtani is like benefiting from this because the money's not going to be worth as much anyway. I don't know. He damn well knows he read it. I didn't. My girlfriend just said she thinks waxed out as a small dingaling. We can't assume anything here, John Smithy. We can just assume that like nobody really gives him any attention. Dad, special needs black kid goes dad. Wow, not what I was expecting. The saddest thing is Mike Trout will never see a playoff at this rate. It sucks, man, because like Mike Trout really could have been. I mean, he was the best player of this generation for a long time. Um, and he like injury wise, the Angels just being an incompetent organization, like it sucks. Mike Trout deserves so much better. Just saw that dad guy on another live. I feel like a lot of people jump through these lives, but I like it. Your white sarcasm funny as fuck though. What do you mean by white sarcasm? What does that even mean? Trout played outfield too hard like Griffey. What do you mean by too hard? Like in terms of like, because I kind of get what you're saying, but like what, like running into walls and shit. Otani gets paid little now, more later. It's hundreds of millions over 20 years. I don't think inflation will keep pace. Yeah, I don't know. Because they were explaining it with like the Bobby Bonilla. Like I was thinking about it from Bobby Bonilla perspective. Like 1993, $1 million would have been a ton of money. Like nowadays, it's still like a lot. I would love to make $1 million right now. That would be sick, but it's really not the same as it was in 1993. Um, if you got haters, you're doing something right. Cool Whip. I appreciate the $2. Thank you. That means a lot. Why? Wait. Why am I not seeing these messages you're reading? Not famous. So, top right corner. If you hit the little three, the three little, and change the messages from top messages to all messages, you see everything. Yeah, Bobby Bonilla is making $1 million a year till 2035. Now, that's still great money. I would love to be making 1 million a year myself, but it was definitely a lot far. It went a lot farther back then. I got you, not famous. Yeah, Mike Trout was modern day Mickey Mantle, and Otani is modern day Babe Ruth. Yeah, I mean, really, Mike Trout was probably the closest thing we've gotten to like a Mickey Mantle type player, and it's the same thing. They couldn't stay healthy, but like, it's a shame, man. Trout was so good, and he still is pretty talented. But I thought for sure, like Mike Trout in like what was it, 2015? I thought by then I thought he was gonna absolutely break the home run record. Like, it sucks, man. Great player. Your hat is huge. Thanks, man. Phew. I got like acid reflux now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Big hat for big ideas. No, I'd say big hat for small other things. I'm compensating. Mike Trout hit horribly in the playoffs in WBC. I don't remember how he did in the playoffs, and honestly, I didn't. I don't even remember how he did in the WBC either. Ruth didn't steal bases like them. True. I mean, I think honestly, Shohei Otani already is the most talented player we've ever seen. Like, we're never going to see a guy in the National League Championship Series hit 3 home runs in a game and strike out 10 batters. That's fucking insane. Like, the fact that he did that, like, I think people don't understand, like, how different skill sets throwing a ball and hitting a ball are. Joseph DeAngelis, how are we? Hello, everyone in the world. I still think Bonds is a home run king despite PEDs. I agree with you there. I think PEDs are a little bit overrated when it comes to hitting home runs because you still got to make good contact. Life will test you. When your mother needs a surgery that will cost all your life savings, would you still pay for it? Of course. I'm trying to fucking breathe. But monkeys, I'm with you 100%. I think Barry Bonds, like I think I remember like, and listen, he ended up being a nut job a little bit, but I remember hearing Kurt Schilling talk about it, that he was saying how pitchers like didn't care that hitters were taking PEDs. They weren't worried about them like hitting home runs. What they were all pissed off about was those guys were fresh in September. Like, the steroids would make these guys like in September be just as fresh as they were in April. Like, nobody cared about like, yeah, Barry Bonds was taking steroids, but it didn't make him a better baseball player. You look like Khabib. Wow, that's crazy. I'm definitely not as tough. Bonds is my favorite player all time. Of course, he did drugs, but they will hurt you too. Bonds had the best eye ever. Dude, Bonds had the best hand-eye coordination of all time. Like, he was a freak, dude. Barry Bonds was unbelievable. Like, and the steroids, yeah, maybe it made him hit the ball a little bit farther, but on fucking believable. Are you eat pork? Am I eat pork? Am I tripping, or is that hat bigger than normal? You might be tripping. Big hat or big head? I'm gonna let you figure that out. Yeah, contact in baseball is pure technical. Yeah, his strength amplified his bat speed, but he was a really solid player. Exactly. For sure. There's definitely things. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, steroids doesn't make you like doesn't help you at all. Of course it does. But like, you gotta fucking you gotta be able to make contact. You gotta be able to make solid contact to begin with. He was a Hall of Famer before the Juice period. 100%, without a doubt. I never thought PEDs was a big deal. Then my son asked why these dudes aren't in the Hall of Fame. It's a life lesson. Don't cheat. To be fair, listen, one way or another, it was banned. You shouldn't have. They shouldn't have been doing it. I kind of understand that part. Problem is, the day David Ortiz got into the Hall of Fame, you could pretty much throw all that shit out the window. That's when you realize it's really that these writers just didn't like these guys. Is that an Islanders ad for Somalians? What? You tripping? His head is just tiny. Is just tiny. Can your hate get any bigger? What? Can your hat? Your hat is very normal size. A lot of different opinions here about my hat. Why is your head big? Why is your hat big? I'm going to let you figure out which one. Hold on. I'm trying to speak. I can't even fucking talk. Why is your head big? Why is your hat big? When it starts, what? His head small, the hat is normal. You watch Poop Festival? What the hell is Poop Festival? Is that a thing? Nasty team. Jose Canseco was the realest one. He threw all of them under the bus. He was honest. I think Jose Canseco throwing everybody under the bus was kind of nuts, but he made a lot of money doing it, like writing it in a book. But Jose Canseco was dead honest about it. He's like, yeah, I took steroids. Like, I do respect that in a way. You did it. You come out and say you did. I mean, why wouldn't you? Look back on that shit. Look at how marketable these guys were. These guys are hitting massive home runs. These guys made so much more money because they took steroids. I would do the same damn thing. I love Crosby and this team. Canada, I'm from UK, but the Pens, Panthers, Avalanche, and Oilers are my fave hockey teams. Nice. Could you cook wok in your hat? I think you probably could. I don't know. I don't think this would heat up very well, though. I can't listen because of drill. You're in drill. Oh, what are you in military or military school? Happy Ash Wednesday. Stay Ash Wednesday? Did not know that. Did I cook wok in your hat? What teams you got, brother? What do you mean teams? Like what? Like teams do I root for? I'm a New York sports guy. I'm in New York. Like I'm a Met fan, Jet fan, Islander fan, Knicks, diehard St. John's basketball guy. How much was the hat, and do they make them for all teams? So Cool Whip. This one was $83. I have a Jets one too. That was like 129. They make every single NFL team. They make a lot of colleges. The Islanders custom make this one and sell it at their arena, but you can't. They don't make every hockey team. Ice hockey. I'm an Islanders baby. It's a big hat, so it's funny. Exactly. I fucking live by everything Turd Ferguson says, man. Make America what? That's just crazy. I am nice. See, goaded. That's something like that was on like a T-shirt back in the day. I feel like that was like a classic like Big Dogs T-shirt, a long time ago. I respect the effort. Um, but yeah, Cool Whip. I have a Jets one too. I actually don't know where it is. It's probably in the other room. Um, but I got that as a gift, so I didn't even pay for that. My favorite pitcher of all time was Timmy Lincecum. I hate the Giants, but he was solid, very unorthodox mechanics. Dude, he was like they called him the freak, and he was legitimately a freak. Like he was about 5'8", like 140 pounds soaking wet, and threw the ball 100 miles an hour. Like the guy was, it was insane. Tim Lincecum was so much fun to watch. I had a Tim Lincecum jersey. Why are you so tiny? I can't answer that. Close, no cigar. You almost had me there, goated. Hi, my name is Alyssa, but I'm on my brother's account. Hell yeah, Alyssa. Lame ass boy. Wow, all right. Welcome aboard. Where am I? I don't think I can answer that. He blew his hips. That was his downfall. Was it his hips? I never remembered. I thought I don't know why I thought it was his arm, but I did not know what happened to him. I'm drunk. Well, you're having a better time than I am. His mother's house? My mother's house? No, this is my house, buddy. Isn't that too short for what? Too short for what? Do I know Iggy Azalea? Why would I know her? She's Australian. There's no connection there. His hips were his power. That's what made him throw hard. Yeah, the torque in his hips. He had great mechanics. Like I grew up pitching, and he was one of the guys like my pitching coach would like. The biggest thing with him was like how like his stride and how like close he would get to the plate. Like, so yeah, it makes sense that his hips would give out because he would like one of the things that was one of the guys my pitching coach growing up would show me. He's like you need to like he used to put me in this fucking machine that would stretch out my fucking it would basically like make me do a split because like and Tim Lincecum was always one of the guys he like would show me pictures of. Like he goes, the closer you get to the plate, the closer you are to throw. I'm like, all right. Where'd you get Shaq's hat? It's a Noggin Boss hat. Great hat. Thanks, Ahmad. You look like a white Deshaun. Deshaun who? But yeah, it makes sense. It's a shame. Tim Lincecum was a lot of fun. I think your hat is too small. Just kidding. Damn, you had me. Kershaw was probably the best lefty pitcher mechanics wise. I think Kershaw might have been the best lefty pitcher ever, dude. Like, I don't think he gets enough credit for it's just like I don't think it's talked about, but he was so dominant for so long. PG, what's up? Oh no, you just look like your name would be Deshaun. It's not, but I thanks, I guess. Big hat. Yes, man. Ride dark. I can live inside your hat. You could try. Bro, this is probably Bill Burr's brother. He sounds just like him. What do I give off like Boston vibes? I feel like Bill Burr's got like the real like, yeah, what I'm talking about. Like he's got like the real Boston. Like I don't think I hope I don't have that. Postseason stunted his career. He had bad postseasons. He had a lot of really rough moments. I think that home run he gave up to Matt Adams in the postseason, that was one of those like career ruiners. Noah, what's up? The kid, it's bigger than yours. Yeah, it's fucked up. We get an early taste of March Madness Saturday. Great matchups. Yeah, BG. Dude, I don't know if you've been paying attention. Like my Flight Bets account, I've been doing really well betting college basketball. I've been up big recently. Like, I hit Grand Canyon last night. That was a lot of fun. It's been a great time. This is like the end of like the conference uh season in college basketball is my favorite. Saturday, I plan on sitting right here, looking up right at my TV right there, and not moving, just watching college basketball all day. It's the best. Hear me out. Tobey Maguire, Spider Man's Aunt May. I'm not hearing you out on that. Captain Orange. Good work. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Saturday, Friday, this past weekend, I probably made about like $1,200 of just like absolute man. I was down in Maryland. I was down in DC with my mom. And we went to Maryland. We went to like the casino in Maryland, and I put in a fucking parlay, made like $900 there. That was just great weekend. Every heater dies. I'm not saying I've like figured something out, but we're just on a heater lately. A lot of fun. Ah man, I gotta go to work in about 2 hours, but then I also have to go to the doctor for my shoulder. So, bro, Rosa Parks, what? Rosa Parks had a car all along. What do you mean? Oh, what are you talking about? Like, I've heard the thing about her husband having a car. What is on your head? Giant hat. Nice hat. Thanks, man. Corner telephone pole. I don't know why I find that funny. Corner telephone pole. Not really sure why, but I think that's a phenomenal name. I always like find it interesting, like why people go with like why people decide like what their name's gonna be, and like it's just like how did you come up with corner telephone pole? But whatever it is, I like it. Patriots were blown out bad. Patriots, I don't think like I think the Patriots pretty much had everything handed to them this year in terms of I just don't think they were that good. And I think every step of the way they got every break possible. They played a Texans team with CJ Stroud who like legitimately looked like he never played football a day in his life. Obviously Jared Stidham in the snow. I felt like the Patriots got their whole way handed to them. NC State embarrassed UNC last night. That was crazy. NC State's a good basketball team, and North Carolina's missing Caleb Wilson desperately. Um, I don't know. I'm not big on North Carolina. I don't think they're that good going into the tournament anyway. But NC State put a beat down on them. Neither. I'm Spanish. Huh. I see. I'm from Asia. Go back to sleep, you hooker. I'm trying, Derek. I'm going to for a little bit. I got 2 hours before I have to leave my house, so I could probably sleep for another hour, and then I got the doctor tomorrow. We're gonna see if got the doctor tomorrow. Thought I heard somebody like lock their car outside. Huh. That was weird. I think Judge gets too much hate from Yanks fans. I don't know if he gets that much. I mean, he's been miserable in the postseason, but like I think the problem for Aaron Judge is like when it comes to the playoffs, no team is gonna pitch like he's just not gonna see good pitches. Like it's never gonna happen because like the Yankees year after year have done a terrible job like of putting guys around him that can protect him. Like they gave him Juan Soto for a year, which like they did everything they could to keep him around. You can't even blame them on that, but they need to like something's got to change where like they really need to protect him on both sides, not even just like not just in front of him, not behind him. I think Aaron Judge like with the Yankees, to me, if I was managing the Yankees, I would have Aaron Judge just lead off every game, and like I don't understand why like a lot of teams like that where like you have a hitter that's so good, like Aaron Judge is in my opinion the best hitter on the planet. Like We could have the debate like Shohei Ohtani is the best player on the planet. I don't know if Shohei Ohtani is a better hitter than Aaron Judge, like in terms of being in the box. That's a guy like I would lead off and have him get the most at bats possible. Like I just think analytically, that's the guy you want at the plate. I have no idea. What inspired you, diddle farts? Yeah, I think the Yankees need a new coach. I agree, 100%. I think Aaron Boone. I also think Aaron Boone's a puppet. I'm so freaking pumped for baseball season. I'm gonna get into it this season. Past few years, I've been slacking. BG, who are you a fan of? I don't know if you ever told me. Why do you guys even like sports in the first place? Because it's the best shit ever. What do you mean? What about Donald Trump? What about Donald Trump? What about him? I don't know if anyone ever told you, but your head is really small. That baseball cap looks huge on your head. Yeah, you know, like I was born with a tiny head, so every hat looks massive on me. It's a gift and a curse. Morehead State upset rank 18 Kentucky yesterday, 8-6. Oh, Braves. That's right. I remember. You did tell me that. I'm a baseball fan overall, but my team is the Dodgers. Dude, I'm a big Met fan. I love baseball. I can watch any baseball game. Why aren't the Jets mentioned in the files like 30 times? Are they? I hope Woody Johnson is. Get him fucking out of here. Yeah, Derek. Baseball early in the season, college baseball. There's always upsets like that. Um, it's interesting because like obviously it's a big deal for these like smaller schools, but I don't think it's that big. Like early in the season, shit like that happens, but that's pretty cool still. Especially in-state rivalry like that, Moorhead and Kentucky, like it's a cool thing. It's cool when that shit happens. It's all about perspective. I'm a boxer. Personally, feel like any sports are just dumb running around the pitch. I mean, to each their own. I mean, I don't know. I think it's fucking sick, but whatever. Islanders, boo. Who are you a fan of? Well, that is your opinion, I suppose. Iowa scored 34 runs yesterday in their win. Didn't like Derek? Do you know what's the best thing about college baseball, especially like early in the season like this, is you'll have a series like between two teams, and one game will be like I forget. There was one series. There was a game that was like 2-1, and the next game will be like 15-14. College baseball is hilarious like that. I guess baseball in general is. Um, you know who's not in the files? Charlie Sheen. True, haven't seen him. Is Eduardo Escobar playing first base for the Mets this year? I forgot who. I remember you were talking. Oh, Jorge Polanco, not Eduardo Escobar. It's actually funny you'd say Eduardo Escobar because like similar type of guy, switch hitter that like hits for contact, but like Polanco a little bit better of a bigger power bat. But Jorge Polanco. Do you love beavers? Do I love beavers? What do you mean by beavers? Yeah. BG, it's actually funny because they're a similar type of guy. Like, if you told me who would be the closest comparison to a Met ever to Jorge Polanco, I probably would have said Eduardo Escobar. I think that's a good. Personally, I'm not into sports either, but I'm gonna shove it in other people's face. Listen, to each their own. Not everybody has to be a sports fan, but to be like, why do you like sports? I mean, because it's like anything can happen. I'm German and I fuck France. Charlie Sheen did what? I shit on the fascist ICE agents? What do you mean by that? Ugh, why do we always gotta like? Why does it always gotta go to like politics and it has to be like, hey, like, here's my opinion on like, I don't know, man. I think it's gotten a little bit ridiculous where like people interfere with law enforcement. It's just, I don't know. I was always taught not to do that. Senator Hockey Buddy, let's go. Senators, huh? You know what's funny? I've always wanted to go to Ottawa. Like I like, and I don't mean this in a mean way. I always like forget the Senators exist. Like I just feel like they're such a like mundane organization, but they got some great talent. Like they're a great team, and like they've done a lot of great things over the last 20 years. I always forget that Ottawa Senators exist. Pistons doing good this season. The Pistons look really good. The French military is a joke, by the way. I wouldn't know. Major League Baseball Players Association Executive Director Tony Clark resigned. Yeah. Tony Clark was banging his sister-in-law. Here's the thing, though, Derek. We could talk about Tony Clark banging his sister-in-law. There's a big difference here. If it's his brother's wife, then that's fucked up. If it's his wife's sister, it's also fucked up. But at the same time, tip of the cap. Like, like if you bang your wife's sister, like, no offense, that's like the game recognizes the game, man. Like you got to tip the cap to the guy, but if it's his if it's his brother's wife, that's not good. I think either way, it's not a great thing. I don't condone cheating, but like you can pull off banging your fucking wife's sister. That's crazy. I think Cade Cunningham is the best player in the league at the moment. He's up there. Cade Cunningham's unbelievable, man. I remember in the series last year against the Knicks, he was killing them, and like I I, I don't think I realized how good he was until I saw him every night. I don't even see it as appropriate as much inappropriate as much. They aren't even blood related. Well, that's the thing. People are making it like, oh, his family, like his family. Like it's not. They're not blood related one way or another. It's not like it's probably shitty, but it's not like the craziest thing. Like if it's his wife's sister, like damn, bro, good for you. If you bang your wife's sister, at least it stays in the family. It's not staying in the like. Okay, no way, but you know, I think if you bang your brother's wife, then you're a scumbag. But if it's your wife's sister, like, yeah, you're also a scumbag. You're still a scumbag, but like, at least it's like probably everybody's wanted to do it. Like, probably everybody who has a wife that also has a sister is probably like, I'd like to see what that's all. Like, let's be real here. Israel or Palestine? I would say I don't really have an opinion on either. I care about what goes on here, and that's about it. Like, it sucks that bad things are going on in the world, but I'm focused on here, man. I try to stay out of it as much as possible. LeBron has maybe two more seasons. Dude, it's amazing that he's even still playing at such a high level, like at his age. I love LeBron James, man. I think I, I mean, I hold on. I don't mean I love LeBron James, the player. I hate LeBron James because he ruined my childhood being on the Miami Heat and like he was supposed to come to the Knicks, man. He was supposed to be a New York Knick. Like that was supposed to happen. He didn't do it. LeBron James is an expression in French. LeBron James. Low-key sounds French, but I don't think it's an expression. Hold on. Let me crack my neck real quick. Did not work. That was 0 for 1. I'm definitely going to go back to sleep in a little bit. I actually don't really have to leave for a while. Like I said, I'm going to the doctor. That's a big hat. It is. Hogs. Trade for an elite ace or an elite catcher? Ooh, good question. I don't know. What elite catchers are even out there? Like, it depends. I think it all depends on because BG, I'm not a big fan. Like, I'd trade for an elite ace. Like, if the elite ace is in their first contract, I wouldn't do it in their second contract. Like, I'm not a big fan of paying starting pitchers past their first contract. So like a Paul Skeens, I would obviously trade for. I would do something like that. But like, probably the elite ace. It's more so you can get a like I would trade for like a Tarek Skubal now. I don't think I would trade for like a Corbin Burns. Like I don't think I would trade for a Garrett Cole. Like I would not. I don't. It depends on the contract situation. LeBron, what is that a real thing? Hmm. I got a lot of like odd opinions when it comes to baseball. Like I look at things like that. Like starting pitchers, like I would never pay a starting pitcher their second contract. I think it's a disaster waiting to happen. Just the way baseball is nowadays, where everything's about velocity, 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 and you got to try to throw the ball as hard as you can every time. Like already throwing a baseball biologically is not a natural motion. So trying to do it at more torque and more force is just an easier way for your arm to give out. Lead pitching shuts down good offense. Yeah, there aren't many perfectly rounded elite catchers, if any. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like, I can't even think of one. Like, I mean, for a while, JT Realmuto was the biggest one, but like, elite pitching shuts down good offense. Yeah, but I think just the return on investment itself, monkeys, is like yeah, if I think elite pitching's great if you could build it through your own farm system. I just don't know if the return on investment on a guy secondary contract. Thoughts on baseball analytics? I think analytics in general, Vic, it's taking over. I think sometimes we get too analytical about things, and like sometimes like there needs to be a little more feel and a little more like eye test. But I think analytics tell a great story. I think when analytics does a great job of like, you know, valuing like two players that you look at and you can't figure out which one is better. Analytics is huge for that, and I do think analytically thing it's a very cool thing. And I'm a big analytics guy personally myself when it comes to like especially lineup construction. Like I'm big on my best hitter would lead off no matter what, to get more at bats. I think it's a good thing, and I think it's like the growth of the game. I think it's just the way it is. Have you been watching Olympic hockey? I have. I have been. I've only been watching Team USA though. I haven't been watching anything else. Epstein or Diddy? What? What's going on with these hats? Does someone with head this big even exist? Beats me. Moneyball started with the A's. Yeah, the A's were like, I think there was another team that used the analytics first though. Like but the A's were the ones who made it famous. Like the A's were the ones like the funny thing about Moneyball Monkeys though, like the movie. Hold on. I did do that because my power thing came on. The funny thing about that like movie is like they forget to mention that like yeah, the A's like pieced together a roster. They also had the best rotation in baseball. They had the Cy Young Award winner. They had the MVP in Miguel Tejada. Like that team was unbelievable. Like they just pieced together a few things that like, you know, helped them get over the hump. Like, I think it's a little bit of a sham. USA women's hockey has 31 goals. Dude, the US women are a fucking wagon. Should Pete Rose go into the Hall of Fame? I think so. Listen, what Pete Rose did betting on baseball, like when it was illegal, and like, look, it happens all the time now. Like, I think now that betting is legal, we're going to see it a lot more. Um, I think Pete Rose was an elite player. His name belongs in the Hall of Fame. He was the greatest hitter of all time. Um, doesn't mean what he did was right. Doesn't mean what he did should be like any less frowned upon. But his name belongs in the Hall of Fame, 100%. USA men's hockey doing well, but they battle Canada would be tough. Yeah, Canada's a better team. I mean, they are fucking elite, Derek. But we'll see. Like, if anybody's going to beat them, it's going to be the United States. Betting on baseball is not horrible to today's standards. It's not, monkeys. Honestly, like, I think betting baseball, it's like it's more so you got to be boring about it, man. Like, and I love betting on things. Like, I love betting baseball. Like, I love betting college basketball. Like, but you got to be boring about it, man. Like, baseball is a game of failure. So, like, you know, I usually don't like to like lean on like I lean unders. You know, you like betting failure is the best way to do it. Hey, Flay, good to see you. Jasmine, what's up? What American food would you offer a foreigner friend to try if they only had an opportunity to eat here? Oh, that's a great question. What American food? I'm finding the fattest fucking like barbecue spot like like a place like in Austin, Texas, like Terry Black's barbecue. Well, you bet on these nuts. You better believe it. The thing you do with the hats is kind of weird. Hey, to each their own. He betted on himself, testament to his skill. Look, I respect that. The fact that he was betting on himself, and even monkeys. I've said this before. You know, the problem that we have nowadays with like the betting apps and like, you know, guys point shaving and shit. Like, um, I think, you know, I think these athletes should be allowed to have betting accounts. I think it should be public. I think they should have to like, you know, show like I think they should have to like, you know, when they bet on something, it has to be like documented. Like if they want to bet on themselves, like I think it would be fine. Like if, you know, Kawhi Leonard decided to bet on the Clippers tonight, like you know he's gonna go out there and try his ass off. I almost think it would be better for sports. It's crazy. It'll never happen. But like obviously you can't have Kawhi Leonard like the Clippers are playing the Lakers and him going, I got the Lakers plus 5.5. You know, like obviously not that. Like they would have to be like they would have to only bet on themselves and like I don't think like I think that could be great for the sport. I think it'd be something that could save sports. If like these athletes like were betting on themselves, like you know, you have like a big game, and like, hey, guess what? LeBron James is really confident that they're gonna beat the Heat tonight. Like, you know, he's betting on himself. I almost think that's something that could save sports. Because I think sports in general, sports and sports betting was so much better before it got legalized because now there's too many hands involved. And I also like I'm an avid sports bettor. I'm big time on like, you know, finding lines. I try to sharp lines all the time. Like I'm big on like the analytics of sports betting. I think in a way, sports betting being legalized has made it like, you know, easier for people like me who like dig into it because I think there's a lot of people that just like bet on stuff to bet on it and don't really know what they're doing. And I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm not saying I make a lot of money betting on sports. I think I just look like I think I just tend to look at it like from an analytical standpoint. Um, California should make betting legal. I think like at this point, I don't know why it's not, Derek, but I think sports betting being legal. Here's what I would say about sports betting. I think they should have to. It should be that sports betting should be done at kiosks. Like it should not be on your phone. I think having access to it 24 hours a day is not good. I think that's what gets people in trouble. And I think that's what's ruined a lot of lives is the fact that you could do it anywhere at any time. Um, but I still think like I guess at this point it should be legal, but it was a lot better. Sports betting as a whole was better when it was illegal. Wearing those stupid hats should be illegal. Damn, bro. Should umpires still call balls and strikes or a computer? I think at this point we have all the technology. I think you could just have a computer do it. I think it would be a lot better, Vic. I think it would make things a lot easier. I think at this point, there's no point in having real umpires. Yep, betting on your phone makes people go broke. Exactly, Derek. That's exactly what it is. It's like, the biggest thing is knowing when to stop. I see people, they lose a bet and it's like, I got to get it back. I got to get it back. I got to get it back. Dude, the craziest thing happened recently. So one of my buddies from school, he has a friend who, you know, he was in Canada for the week, right? He was up skiing in Canada, and you can't bet in Canada, or like he couldn't bet in Canada. I forget what it was. Like I think you can, but like it's like not as easy. I don't know the exact thing. He was sending my buddy bets to put in for him, and he was sending him, you know, Apple Pay and shit like that. Dude, he was betting like thousands of dollars on games, like during the college football playoff, and like he was betting on stuff that I'm like, I don't think that's gonna like. That's the kind of shit I talk about when it's legal. Where I'm like, there are people who are too dumb to be doing it that can do it now. Like, he literally bet like $1,000 on three separate things. I think, and all of them, I was just like, I don't think this is like, I don't know, man. How about personal accountability? Accountability, you want to take it away from everyone because some of the few can't handle it. I think because most people can't handle it. It's kind of like you know, it's a vice, man. There's a lot of people that can't handle it. I, I guess you got a point there where like there's things out there like cigarettes, alcohol, like there's people that can't control themselves, but it's still out there. I guess in a way you're not wrong, Saw. Like SZA, am I saying that right? Having the umpires for dramatic suspense. Yeah, but at this point, if you have the technology, they should use it. Have a blessed day. Stay golden. Cool Whip. Have a good day. Um, you're not wrong about that, SZA. Like I guess it's like you got to have your own personal accountability, like you said. But I don't know, man. I just feel like you see a lot of stupid people that are betting, and a lot of people that don't understand what they're doing. I guess you got a point there. If anything, I've said it. That's their problem. Yeah, I don't know, man. You're right in some way. I think you're not totally wrong. I also think like we need to start like we've always said like teaching kids like how to do taxes and shit like that in school. I actually think it would be beneficial for schools to have like, you know, if you're gonna have gambling be legalized, and especially the way it is nowadays with poly market and all this shit, like the poly market stuff is gonna ruin lives more than sports betting ever will. Like these like how many fucking cars go over like the Brooklyn Bridge in the next half hour. Like that shit is absolutely gonna ruin lives more than anything because it's gonna get more people involved. Yeah, it's their problem. He's right. He's not wrong, honestly. Second Amendment rights are a sensitive topic. Yeah, I mean, Sis is totally right about that. That it's for the most part people's own problems, but I don't think it should be illegal per se. I think it should just be harder to do. Like I think having it right on your phone is like insane in a way. I just think that's just my opinion. But you're right. It is to each their own problem. Like I said before, uh, cigarettes are legal. Like tobacco's an addictive thing. Alcohol is legal. Did I say illegal? Legal. Excuse me. Like they're not going to make any of that shit illegal. Like you got to be like. There's people that can't control their vices, and it sucks. But I guess you got a point. It's their problem. Should Barry Bonds be in the Hall of Fame? 100%. Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't. It doesn't make any sense that he's not. He's the greatest baseball player of all time. You remember in February, 2025, when the LB upheld the termination of. Oh my God, yeah, Derek, that was insane. Maybe we shouldn't build bridges in case people jump off them. You're not wrong. In India, we joke about you, big stupid hat man. Hell yeah. I'm glad you guys are talking about me. No, inverted. You're not totally wrong about that. I just I've seen so many people's lives ruined, man, and it sucks. It's just, but it's I guess it's a part of society. It's one of those. It's one of those things. What the fuck is the term? The strong survive sort of thing. I don't know if that's the right one. What's the term I'm looking for? New York City's first free supermarket is powered by Poly Market. Dude, Poly Market, Kalshi, all these like real life prediction markets are so bad. They're so much worse than sports betting. Any big hats merch? Do I have any merch? No. I should make a fucking hat with my face on it. Survival of the fittest. That's exactly what it is, Batman. It's survival of the fittest. It truly. Dodgers three-peat would be crazy. It would. It could happen. It could very well happen. It truly is a survival of the fittest thing. It sucks, yeah, because there's people that can't control themselves, like gambling wise and shit. But like I said, survival of the fittest. It is actually fundamentally probably the most like it's probably the best example of it. Doesn't make it any better. But you're not wrong. 76 minutes. Jeez, I was hoping to like do like I think the Dodgers rotation is strong. The Dodgers rotation is very strong. And like, I think rotations don't mean as much. Like I look at the Mets last year, monkeys, like gambling is good if you own the casino. Exactly. That's another thing. If you monkeys, I'll go back to the point on the what I was gonna make. If you go to the casino thinking you're gonna make any money, like the best thing about going to the casino is it's an adrenaline rush and it gives you like what do you call it? It just makes you feel something, man. That's about it. But if you go to the casino think you're gonna make any money, there's a reason casinos are in business and they're so fucking big. Um, I think the Dodgers rotation is strong. Now, monkeys, I looked at what the Mets did a year ago, and I think the Mets kind of like, they tried to build up their bullpen and they did less on their rotation because I think they realized, like in the postseason, the rotation doesn't mean as much as the bullpen. The problem is, you need starters to go out there and allow the bullpen to rest during the regular season. Starting pitching is big in the regular season, and that's a big thing. Like, it's going to help the Dodgers immensely. Polymarket should be banned. Prediction apps like that are ruining lives and stupid as fuck. Dude, Derek, I would never download Kalshi, any of that shit. The prediction markets are the stupidest things ever. There are so many things to bet on. You could bet it like when you saw what Trevor Noah did at the fucking what was that, the Grammys, or was that the Grammys? I don't even remember. When he like said potato just so like people would win on Polymarket. That's the kind of shit that's gonna happen. The insider trading, like sports, it's one thing. I still think sports betting can be bad in some ways, but at least like it's athletic competitions that people are out there trying. Like predictive markets, like, hey, like how many times is like somebody gonna go to the fucking store this week and shit like that? What do we do? Like mundane shit. Like it's already bad enough that like politicians and all these people are fucking corrupt as shit. You think any of that stuff's gonna be like straightforward and real? No. Have you been to Caesar's Palace? The actual Caesar's Palace? I've been to Caesar's Palace in Atlantic City. I've never been to the one in Vegas. I've been to Vegas 3 times and did not go to Caesar's Palace. Anybody ever play the pub name drinking game? No. By the way, did you see during Tuesday evening YouTube was down for about an hour or so? I did not. No, I missed that. Tuesday evening. I didn't know. I had no idea. But yeah, no, it's we could talk about that all day. Prediction markets, poly market, Kalshi, those things are fucking awful, dude. Again, I usually like I don't like to, I only know because I was told about it. No. Good sir, your head is shrunk. Never fear. I shall call my physician. He was a head shrink, but now objects to a profession. He'll fix you right up. Thanks, man. That's big because I need fixing up. The aliens took out YouTube because of Obama, dude. Obama slipped up, huh? Obama, I feel like that was like he tried to backtrack on it. Oh, aliens are real, and like, oh well, I mean, because no, I think you know something, Brock. I think you know something, my man. That was crazy, dude. I think he slipped up bad. I think he got a little too candid in the moment. I like Barack Obama, man. I think he was like the last like real like straight shooter president that I fully trusted. Like, yeah, things might not have been great when he was president, but I don't know, man, the vibes. He's like he might be somebody like if I had to have a Mount Rushmore of people I'd want to have a beer with, Barack Obama's probably up there. Like he's probably in the top four. Like I think I go like Barack Obama. Let's have a good chance this season. Phillies and Braves will be tough. I'm not big on the Braves, monkeys. I don't think the Braves are going to be very good. The Braves weren't good a year ago, and I think they're going to be worse this year. I think they're in a weird phase, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, they could bounce back." I don't believe it because I said the same thing going into last year. Like people were telling me these guys are going to bounce back. There's like all those guys in their lineup. Matt Olson's not the same hitter he once was. You know, Austin Riley can't stay healthy. Michael Harris is really not that good of a baseball player. Um, you know, like a lot of these guys, Ozzy Albies fell off a cliff. That lineup is not as good as it was like 2 or 3 years ago. These guys, this core aged really poorly, really fast. Um, the Phillies are going to be solid. The Phillies and the Mets are probably going to battle. I would not sleep on the Miami Marlins this year. I think the Marlins are going to be tough. Um, what would a drink named after Obama be called? I have no idea. Um, I don't know. The Obama Mama? That could probably work. Do the Banana and Sprite Challenge. What the hell is the Banana and Sprite Challenge? I've never even heard of that. That sounds intense. Banana and Sprite Challenge. What do I need to do? The Obama Mama could work. Let me think. Do it? What? I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. Favorite conspiracy theory? I think the moon landing. I think that's one that like that's one of the only ones that I really like fully am on board with. It didn't happen. Eat two bananas and drink a bottle of Sprite. That sounds horrible. Sounds like a terrible idea. That sounds like a great way to get like the worst stomach ache. Like I, I'm good. I don't think I'm going to do that. You missed my comment. What'd you say, Derek? I'm sorry. I only knew because I was told about it. I was busy when it happened. That one? Bro, get off your and get ready for work. I'm good, dude. I got like another hour and a half before I gotta leave. Banana through the nose. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I honestly like. I'm probably gonna get off in 15 minutes and probably take an hour nap. Nationals fell off hard. It's a shame because like the Nationals had such a good young like they do like Abrams, James Wood, Robert Hassel. Like they have a good young core. Like it's just like a lot of these guys. Like I think James Wood has potential to be a very good player. But like CJ Abrams has disappointed me so much. Like, get Taco Bell, no shot. No, I said if you have HBO Max, check out adult animation TV show called Prime. It's so good. I didn't see that, Derek. It never popped up, but I'll check it out. Hussein Brain. Hey, that could work. It's a shame, man, because the Nationals like they have like they had such a good young like pool of talent there with the pitching, the bats, and it's just like it just seemed like it didn't work. I mean Primal, not Prime. I'll have to check it out. Primal. It seems like they just completely missed. They swung and missed. The Baraka clock could work. Do you ever watch Adult Swim Aqua Teen Hunger Force? I did not. But honestly, some of the cartoon like I love Rick and Morty. I think Smiling Friends is so fucking funny. Um, Obviously South Park, Family Guy, but that's about it. I never watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I heard it was good, but I just never gave it a shot. Yeah, the Marlins could be a wild card. I think like the Marlins lineup, like they are like do not sleep on the Miami Marlins. Offensively, they might be one of the most fun offensive teams in baseball coming into next year. It's a shame that they decided like I wish they didn't trade Edward Cabrera. Like I think they should have kept their rotation somewhat intact, but they line up top to bottom. Like I'd have a hard time saying there's a team that could be more fun. Like Edwards, Lopez. I think Jacob Marcy might be the most underrated player in the entire league, honestly. I don't think people talk about that kid enough. Their center fielder. He is so good in center field, and he can hit. He's a left-handed bat that can hit both sides of like lefties, righties. He like I think the Marlins are going to be like a fun team to watch this year, and I think they're going to be contenders to make it into the postseason, not to win the World Series, obviously. Ed and Eddie, Ed and Eddie, haven't watched that show in years. Johnny Bravo, King of the Hill, great shows. Cartoon Network is one of the production companies for Primal, and it gets considered as an adult animation because of violence and blood. Huh. The Cubs. I don't know about the Cubs. Like the thing about the Cubs is like they're so like whatever to me. Like I think the Cubs could be like good, but I just like there's nothing about them that I'm like I look at the Cubs and I'm like, yeah, the Cubs, man. Like I think Nico Horner's an unbelievable player. I think their pitching is pretty solid. Like, but like the Cubs don't like jump out at me as a team that like I don't know, man. I'm not totally sold on the Cubs. I don't think Pete Crow Armstrong is that good. Like defensively, he's the best defensive player in the entire league. Um, Offensively, I think he's a very like I think he had a really good first half and then he got figured out. Um, I don't know, man. Like I like Seiya Suzuki. I like some of these guys they have, but I don't know the Cubs. I think I'm not big on the Cubs. The NL Central isn't a powerhouse division. It's not. It's pretty wide open for the sake of that. None of those teams are really any good. I mean, I expect the Brewers to be back in the postseason. I expect them to win the division again, but I mean, it sucks that the Red I don't think I think the Reds were a little bit fluky last year. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm trying to think if like I think the Cardinals are going to be awful. Like the Cardinals are going to be really bad. I don't know, man. Like the NL Central is interesting. The Tigers look promising. They do. Phillies win the division again. I like Derek. I don't even know. Like I think the Phillies like should win the division again, but I don't think like I wouldn't be like so confident in that. I really think the Phillies and Mets are going to be a two-horse race with like the Marlins behind them. Like, but I don't know, man. The Phillies. I don't think the Phillies were that good last. Like, the Phillies were good. Don't get me wrong. I think the Phillies going into this year are more talented, but I don't think they're that much more talented than I would be certain about it. Like, it's probably I'd probably lean the Phillies right now, but I'm like I'm not certain. It's going to take Zach Wheeler coming back healthy. Their rotation still very good. Will Montreal be back in the World Series? I can't imagine. Why is your head 2 times bigger than your head? Because my head's very tiny. But NL Central, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, the Pirates. I gotta say, man, like the Pirates did some due diligence this offseason. Trying to build a bit of a roster, but they're not going to win they will not win the NL Central. The Orioles are a fun team. I'm glad you brought up the Orioles monkeys because my big bold prediction of this season, this coming season, is that the Baltimore Orioles are going to win the AL East. I think listen. I'm big on like with the Mets letting Pete Alonso go. I think it was the right decision. I think Pete Alonso found the perfect fit in Baltimore. That team needed nothing more than a big power bat in the middle of that order. I don't think Pete Alonso is going to age very well as a power hitter, but for certain next year he's going to be fine. And I just think it's a perfect fit in Baltimore with all this good young talent with these good young left-handed bats. Putting a guy in the middle of that order like Pete Alonso is going to immensely help that team. They shored up their rotation. I think Shane Baz was a very underrated, an underrated move. I think Shane Baz is great stuff. Um, Ryan Helsley had his troubles at the end of last year with the Mets. It was miserable. He's still an elite arm. I think they've done a lot to shore up that team. I think the Blue Jays fell off big time. Um, I think it's just one of those things. The Blue Jays relied on a lot of guys that like were going into this year. Like, are these guys really gonna like come back and be that like the Dalton Varshows, the Ernie Clements? It's just like I don't know about these guys. I'm not entirely certain. I'm ready to say, yeah, these guys could be really good again next year. I think the Yankees got worse. The Yankees like they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing this offseason. Zero. Um, I think the Mariners are the best team in the American League. Monkeys. I like.
If I had to bet on one thing before the season of a future bet, I would take the Mariners to win the American League. I think they are so much better than everybody else in the American League. Before you go, can you shout out Dixon? Yeah, Dixon my ass. Eat 9 bananas and drink a 2 liter bottle of Sprite. It's crazy. My girlfriend says she calls him Peter Alonso. Wishing you a good day, sir. The chat as well. How do I say that? Me 50? Appreciate you. Will you be going to the Mets home opener? I will be there. Paul Skeens against Freddie Peralta. Can't wait. Do you know Mo Lester? I don't know Mo Lester. But yeah, I think the Mariners are far better than. I think it's like the Mariners and then everybody else in the American League. But we'll see. Baseball's a crazy game. It would be cool if Elon Musk bought all the NFL and shut them down. Could you imagine? He probably could. The guy's got a ton of money. I think that'd be kind of. Listen, I love the NFL. All right, Flay, it's bedtime. Log off. I'm going back to sleep. I'm going right now. Um, yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody that stopped by. This was a great stream. You guys are the best, really. Like, I love this shit, man. I'll see you guys later. I'm probably gonna go live like, I don't know, probably in like 12 hours. See you guys. I'm live every single day. Hit that sub button.